Hey folks, welcome to the TinMan-Metal YouTube's channel. It's your boy Metal here, about to fire it up after having a smoker live. So let's get some hooah. What's happening, folks? It's your favorite domesticated moron here, back for some more shenanigans. Had a little bit of a fun time with the smoker live there. Got some good T-bone steaks on board, and I feel energized and ready. Also got some magical bean juice here in the form of Cafe Bustelo. Amazing coffee. And let me check into the chat here real quick. Sassy, good to see you. Let me do this here real quick. Boom, shakalaka. And yeah, I'm gonna do this too because badang. Okay, Sassy, good to see you. Justin Lark, always good to see you, brother. 1984 again, brother Rick. Good to see you, man. Who had to give out some very well deserved blue shields there. Hudson, brother, good to see you, man. Gonna throw you a shield as well, my friend. Drinking the magical bean juice, the coffee, the Cafe Bustelo espresso roast, delightful. That that eighth orbit I had while doing the smoker live earlier. Mm, as DJ the Metalhead Mercenary would say, chef's kiss. That stuff is amazing. This magical bean juice, the Cafe Bustelo, that's a staple here in the metal household. Love that stuff. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Some of the pound for pound, the best coffee, besides horsepower coffee, that I've ever had. And I haven't had the horsepower coffee yet, but I know it's going to be damn good because Andrew was going on about it, and I know how much Krista loves it. So, anywho, you guys have a. I hope you're having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, wherever you're tuning in as a replay crew. Thank you guys for jumping into the live chat. Don't have anything specific planned. Gonna throw a couple little teasers out here. Some things I got rolling around in the old bald mind brain here. Figure we could talk about some current events and what's going on. Some things, some stuff, some whatnot today. And I got it right here. I got the pucker powder for anybody who gets their butt cheeks too tight and can't handle it. Sprinkle a little bit, just a little bit of this on it. And it'll help ease up those butt cheeks, so you're not walking around all the time. Okay, it's a public service, really. It's a public service. The pucker powder. So, yeah, skull. Finish off that coffee and yeah. Got something, a staple on the channel. Got a fog monster chilling here in the fridge at the desk. So we'll see what happens if I get into that. If not, who knows? Who knows? So let's see here. Classic coffee. Nothing wrong with classic coffee. It's good. I mean, gets the job done, right? It's caffeine on board. Black Rifle. Some of it's good. Some of it's a little bit burnt tasting for me. Tactus Squatch is amazing. Love the Tactus Squatch and the Firm Missile. Great coffees. Great. Plotting dinner, Hudson. Dinner was a couple days coming here. Went Friday, picked up a few T-bones, went Friday night and seasoned them all up, got them all ready, wrapped two back up and foil and everything. Went up to visit Mr. Justin Lark, shotgunner in the chat here. Saw him yesterday, the wife and I did. Gave him a couple of the T-bones I had pre-seasoned and ready to go. He could throw them on his smoker, and away you go. I threw an hour or two on the smoker here today. Oh, Leanne never eats like a full steak. She just can't do it. She doesn't eat a whole lot. She ate that whole T-bone. So I must have done something right. Just got to say, I must have done something right if the missus ate the entire steak. So wait a minute. Twin Arrows. Good to see you, brother. Glad to see you back here in the YouTube space. Always good to see Twin. Yeah, I went and saw Lark here yesterday. Did some things, some stuff. And I don't have the best light conditions in here because I'm in the dark ass cave. I got this little stupid freaking ring light over here to kind of give a little bit more light, but don't have the best lighting conditions. But Lark, tell me in the chat, should I show them what we did yesterday? I mean, it's fresh, it's still healing. The shading has to heal up, everything has to go where it's supposed to be and adjust how it's supposed to be to get to the finished product. And I'll explain before I'd show it what it is and why it is and the reasoning behind my idea and what he carried out. So Lark, should I unveil it here? Should I unveil it, Lark? Tell him. Even with subpar lighting, I'll show it later when it's good lighting, and I'll show the misses as well. But Lark, should I, since you're the artist, should I? Because it's pretty freaking cool. It's pretty freaking awesome. Okay, he gave me the go ahead. Now, y'all see this little logo down here where my little guy is? Yeah, that's the Tin Man logo. Okay. I have like the different ones I use for different things and so on, but that's like the staple from like the podcast and all that. It's a knight. Oh, Guy Hustle, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in, man. We didn't get to the live yesterday, but I'm doing two here today. We were a little busy yesterday, as you're going to see here in a minute. What we were busy working on and why I didn't do the live. But that little Tin Man down there, my idea with that, and when I designed that, it was a knight. Knights are defenders of the realm. Okay, they're defenders of kingdom. And I put the knight in a post-apocalyptic America, had his rifle and had his American flag. There's supposed to be an eagle and supposed to be a cross in the background. However, the algorithm didn't like it. So it kind of messed some things up, but it's okay. It was the best rendition I had. My vision was to have Ben. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in, man. My vision for the logo and the vision for this was a knight who is a defender of the kingdom, like a dreamscape. Okay, not necessarily perfectly cookie cutter, like perfect clean lines. Something you dream, a vision, right? And I wanted to have a knight protecting kingdom, standing forward to defend kingdom. Well, I'll try and show it as best as I can on the camera now, but I'll show it again later whenever the miss is with me because he did some work on her. So our boy Justin Lark, shotgunner, hooked me the fuck up yesterday. Got my tattered cross, got some war torn stuff. The knight, the defender of kingdom. Kingdom. It's very difficult to see his eyes, his helmet, his shoulder armor. Whenever it all heals up, it is going to look amazing because I saw his vision. He saw my vision. We were like right there in stride. The way it's shaded and everything, the camera doesn't do it justice. The lighting does not do it justice. But this sucker is going to be totally freaking incredible whenever it heals up. So I am very happy to see him take my logo and my vision and put it into this. That was amazing. And I love it. And it's spectacular and it's awesome and all of its Tin Man goodiness. So yes, I have an actual Tin Man tattoo now. So So yeah, that's what we were doing. That's why I didn't do it live because it's like the chaos and everything of trying to do it live and all that kind of stuff and holding the phone camera and all that while we're trying to do this. It was a little cold yesterday and we had a space heater to help warm things up, but it was still chilly. But we got her done. We got her done. Yes, thank you. It is going to be amazing whenever it's all said and done. As y'all can see in the camera, it's still bumped up, and I got stuff I keep putting on it like every couple hours, throwing stuff on it to get it to heal. but like the way he did the shading and the texture, where there's cloth, where there's metal, like mm, little gauntlet over here, got the sword, kind of like he's holding it, getting ready to bring it up and take a bad guy down. And what's really funny is in his eye up here, it's hard to see because of the lighting here, but in his eye right here, yesterday when it was healing, like starting to like, it's red and blood and all that kind of coming through, his eye was red. It was like he's got a glowing red eye. It's crazy. But yeah, that's my Tin Man. Thanks to Justin Lark Shotgunner. I appreciate you, brother, and I thank you for hooking us up. And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Great time, great hanging with my man. It was cold, but we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Great beer, great steaks. Awesome time. Awesome time. Thanks, brother. So if ever you're in PA and you're looking at getting tattoos, talk to Justin there, man. He got it going on, y'all. He got it going on. So yeah, so we got all kinds of fun going on, don't we? All kinds of fun. All kinds of fun. I got my think tank blowing up here too. People seeing all kinds of things going on too, and they're telling me about it over there in the think tank. So yes, old man hustle. That is why we didn't go live yesterday, because we were busy doing that. I was busy being a canvas, and Justin was busy doing the work. Not just on me, but also on the wife. So she got some work done too. And it is beautiful. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. So okay, I'm feeling I'm gonna start getting spicier here. So I'm probably gonna end up taking these off, and I'm gonna go to the fridge. Like Popeye gets his spinach. I think I'm going to the fridge for the fog monster. We got a lot of stupid going on, don't we? I mean, I keep hearing about so much winning. We got so much winning. Are you guys tired of the winning yet? If this is winning, I'd hate to lose. I really would. I'd hate to lose if this is winning. I think yeah, I think if this is winning, I never want to win again. Prices in the stores. Up, up, up. Our prices at the gas pump. Whoo we jumped from like four or something, like low fours. We were like high threes, low fours, like 415, 416. We ended up jumping up to like 419, 429, 439, or 435. And then from 435, we jumped to 469 overnight. 30 cents overnight. Now you can say it's a Strait of Hormuz, all with the war and all the stuff and so on and so forth. But then you have the administration jumping out there and saying, we just sent X amount of barrels of oil over to whoever. See, we're doing so well that we're selling our gas off. We're selling our oil off. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If we're doing so good, why is our price at the pump going up? Riddle me that, Batman. If we're doing so good, why is our price at the pump going up? Doing so good that like FedEx upped their fuel surcharge by like 26.5% here a couple weeks ago. I'm just not a fan of this winning. Not a fan of this winning. It's kind of not what we were told we were going to get. Because the terrorists are going to make so much money. They're going to make all the monies in the world. Everybody's going to pay for us. They're going to pay for everything for us. Mexico's going to build the wall. They're going to build the wall. We're not going to pay a dime. They're going to pay for it all. Mind you, the wall never got done. Mexico never paid a dime. Nothing's ever been done. in my think tank, Covert Breakout shared a graphic of the things that have been done so far. And out of like the 20 some things that were listed, there was only one thing that was actually done, but it wasn't through to completion. And that was the Create Doge Department of Government Efficiency, headed up by super autist Elon Musk. And it was supposed to dive into the inefficiencies of government, where wasteful spending is happening, where they can cut things and save us money, lots of money. Well, they apparently did some investigations, and in the debt clock counter, .gov sponsored, showing how much the debt's going up or how much whatever, they actually put a Doge ticker in there to show how much they were saving us. Yet again, like Travolta standing there with the coat over his arm, looking around like, what the hell? Not going anywhere. Nothing's happening. There, they implemented it. They never carried it out. They never like the rubber meets the road. This is what happens. This is the fruits of your labor. We never saw the fruits of that labor. But that's the only thing. Only thing. And like that 20 things that they actually listed on that graphic that we saw even started, even implemented. Why? I keep hearing talk. I'm going to put it that way. I keep hearing talk. And before I go into this, shout out to Rusty Rail Brewing, single Fog Monster, weighing in at 6.8. Channel staple. Love the Fog Monster. Love Rusty Rail. Support your local businesses and your local breweries. Just saying. I hear talk. I hear a lot of talk. And it's kind of one of those things where I think we have been led to believe a certain thing or a certain way. We've had our paradigm created for us, that we fit in this box, this little box right here, right? We fit in this box in our thinking. And in that the box, it's just divided. A right and a left. A red and a blue. An R and a D. Liberal and conservative. I said it before and I'll say it again. A good and a bad. But it depends on which side of the box you're on, because the opposite side is always the bad one, right? It's always the bad one. When you hear this talk, there's a mind worm that got into people's heads and into their feelings. And it made it so that they can't see things for what they are without there having to be a team affiliation. Okay. Have you ever gone to a race, say dirt track racing, or you've gone to a game of some sort, a hockey, baseball, basketball, softball, baseball, whatever, football, doesn't matter. I'm not going to the sports ball thing here. It's for a bigger point. Gone to a race. We'll use that one. We'll use a race. You may or may not know some of the drivers. You may have your favorites. But like I was talking to the missus earlier, she was showing me something of a truck from a truck pool. Now, y'all know I'm like a bow tie guy. I love my Chevys. I can appreciate certain Dodges. I can appreciate certain old Fords. When I go to those kind of events, when I'm watching a truck pull or I'm watching a race, I want to see who's good. I don't care what they're driving. I want to see, dang, they did really good in a drag race. Like there was a Chevelle with a freaking Duramax in it. A Chevelle with a Duramax. That thing did like 157 mile an hour in like an 8.2 quarter. I was like, whoa, that thing is sick. The next video we watched was like a freaking Cummings, and it freaking rocked. I was like, yeah, that was awesome. I was looking at it for what it was. I didn't care if it was Dodge, Chevy, Ford, whatever. Import, domestic, I didn't care. I appreciate it for what it is. Much like the talk and how that box is, we got to stop looking at it as a divided box. Because the more we keep looking at it as a divided box, the more they get what they want. And that's a simple thing to do. But it's very easy to sit back and just blame the Dems. It's very easy to sit back and blame the Republicans. It's very easy to blame the liberals, conservatives, the red, the blue, the R, the D, the foreigners. It's easy to blame the bad people. There are bad people. There are. There really are. There are bad people. I encounter them every day, as I'm sure all of you do. There are good people too. There are people in the middle. They don't really kind of go either way. They just kind of are people. Stop looking at it, please, please, for your sanity, for the betterment of our culture, the betterment of your purview. Just look at it as good and bad. Is this good? Is this bad? Is this good? Is this bad? Because there's a lot of blame on Dems for certain things. That the Republicans have done the same damn thing, but because you are in this side of the box, you've put yourself and allowed yourself to be put in this side of the box. You can only see this as bad, and you can only see this as bad. Little do either of you realize that you're both of your camps are doing the same damn thing. Point the finger, but you don't see the real for the real. Throw off that thinking. Throw off their thinking. I said it before and I'll say it again. There's good and there's bad. That's all there is. Start seeing the good things for what they are. Start seeing the bad things for what they are. Start noticing the good people for who they are. Notice the bad people for who they are. I don't care what their political affiliation is. I don't care any of that. Forget all of that. That does not matter anymore. Political affiliation and politics is the downfall, the total downfall, because there's a way that they can make a little money here and make a little money there. When they talk about the subsidized or affordable healthcare, affordable housing, affordable drug costs, affordable food, that's never a good thing. And it's always the taxpayer picking up the bill. But also, not only does the taxpayer pick up the bill, the little G entity up here, the government, they use those programs that they start for the affordable stuff to launder money from all of their insider trading and all their other BS. When they get money, they launch into these projects and was it 501c3s and all these other kind of things they do. They start laundering money into these programs. Ukraine, Israel. I mean, I can keep going. I can sit here for an hour listing off about it. And I'm sure I would bore the living crap out of you whenever I talk about percentages and this and that and the other. And you'd be like, unsubscribe. But it happens every day, all day long. But people can't see that because it's Pelosi. No, it's actually Mike Johnson, too. It's Schumer. No, it's actually freaking Marco Rubio, too. Oh, it's this guy. No, it's actually them, too. It's everywhere. Everyone. Just saying, don't point the finger at the other side. Well, they're saying they're doing this. Let me look at this and see if, oh, shoot, they're doing it too. Gotcha. You're both doing it, but then you're blaming it on the other side. So everybody fires their arrows that way. Everybody over here fires their arrows that way. Meanwhile, the guys in the middle, whenever they're firing their arrows over either side, the guys just the little G, they just walk right down the middle completely unscathed. The Spartans are fighting in the dark night. The Persians are getting kicked off a cliff. Meanwhile, there's Xerxes going right up the middle. It's kind of pretty simple, but you gotta rid this of that mind worm. Gotta rid yourself of the mind worm. You jump back in here to the chat since I've been going on a little bit of a rant. Yeah, don't like Hudson said here a while ago, don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. That's very telling. Like, I voted for the man in office 3 times. Lesser of evils and all that, and da 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 da. We shouldn't be voting for evil anyway. If voting worked, they'd make it illegal. If it actually did anything. But voted for the guy 3 times. But I kind of had a feeling because I was looking at his fruits. I kind of knew where it was going to go. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Yeah, and somebody definitely is winning, not just it's apparently corporate elites. No, you're good, Ben. I get it, man. I know some guys that do that kind of stuff too, and you know, a lot of times the guys that are actually working, the people that are actually working for companies, they're not the ones that are having anything to do with it. They're like me or you. They're just doing their job and trying to provide for their families, and they don't see what's going on up here. They're just producing a product. That's all there is to it. Archangel, good to see you, brother. Absolutely sassy. Same box with all the cluster F. All of the fraud. KP, good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping in, brother. Always good to see you. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Sassy. If it was her, we'd still be effed. We'd just be effed in a little bit different way. Okay. It's do you want 12 inches 5 times? Or do you want 40 inches 3 times? Either way, you're still getting it. It's just you decide which way you want it. Right? That's where we're at. We would have been still effed, but we'd be effed in other ways, not specifically, I don't think, in the realm that we are now. We'd be effed in many other ways. Would it be worse? Would it be better? I don't know, but I'd still know that we were effed either way. Either way, we're bent over and we're dealing with it. And it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. And hey, Tin Man ACR 2028. I'm down for it. And I think that Andrew and I would probably have to appoint like KP. We'd have to appoint our boy KP Heathen to like one of like a few commissioners of the actual ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, so he could put out there no fruity beer. So he could get on that platform and say no fruity beer, no fruity beer. No, we shouldn't be in any bad positions. I mean, I'm rather sick of it too. I think we all are. I truly think we all are. It's one of those situations where if we keep voting for the lesser of two evils, we're still going to get evil. If we vote and push for this, that, or the other, we're going to end up still getting this, that, or the other. If we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. I mean, let's turn to the wisdom of Lifetime movies, okay? Sounds weird. A guy's guy, a Minuteman, this guy, and all the cool dude stuff. Talking about Lifetime movies. Okay. But we've all seen some aspect of Lifetime movies, even flipping through channels or something back in the day. The battered woman always goes back to the abusive husband or boyfriend or whatever. You keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. Keep going back to that, you're going to keep getting what you're getting unless you exact a change. If you make a change, you may not get the same thing. You may get better. Hell, who knows? You may end up getting into something else and get worse. But at least you try to break the cycle. You broke the silence, you broke the cycle, you busted that paradigm, and you've stepped outside of that. And you're moving forward, trying to seek something better. Just saying. Yeah, Robert. Either way, we still lose. Doesn't matter. We're still taking it. Archangel, you know as well as I do, those SUVs are going to SUV and do their thing the way they always do. Don't give them no reason to be up in there. And if they do get up in there, be ready to do the things that we do when we need to do the things that we do. It's supposed to be for the people, by the people. However, the people, precursor to us, let things get to the point that they are. Rebellion is supposed to be duty. It's our duty to step up and make change and affect change. We ain't seen that. We ain't seen that at all. Is it our predecessors that have kind of let it go? Yeah, yeah, definitely. EDC, good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining in, man. Always always love watching EDC's videos, man. Great videos. Love EDC's channel. If you guys are not subscribed to EDC and you're watching this, if you're not already in the Blue Crew and with the shields and you haven't subscribed to EDC, oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. Drinking the single fog monster, a staple of the channel here. Great brew, great drink. Support your local breweries and your local businesses. And throwing this back up here, boom, the Tin Man tattoo, courtesy of Justin Lark Shotgunner. Yeah, when it all heals up and I have better light, y'all be able to see a lot more in this. But I got my Tin Man Knight on here from like a dreamscape. So it's not like perfect and like cookie cutter, like a perfect logo or anything. It's exactly what I saw in my mind's eye. And it's beautiful and I love it. But yeah, we got a lot of weird and stupid going on too. A lot of weird and stupid. If I had a black shirt and a black hat and a blonde wig, I'd sit here and stare at you guys for 10 minutes. You can follow me with that. Thank you, EDC. That actually came from our buddy in the chat there, Justin Lark Shotgunner. Went and saw him yesterday, and he hooked me and the missus up. Both Leanne and I got blessed with his ink yesterday. Got to have some fellowship and got to have some time hanging with our homie. But yeah, we got weird going on, like weird. Little blondie and all the black staring at the cameras and being all weird, like. Then we got like all this UFO disclosure stuff coming out. That's a little weird. And on that, here's a teaser. Here's a teaser, guys. If you're not subscribed to the podcast on Spotify, this is me telling you to go into my channel here in the description, all the links that are in there for all the stuff that I'm involved in. Go to that Spotify link right there and go ahead, click that, jump into the Spotify's. You got like 80 some episodes to catch up in if you're not in there yet. But I'm joining one of our good friends here that y'all watch his stuff. You watch his joint ventures with Prepared to See and Bobby Bama. You watch him do his own thing, Mr. Bad Dream. Bad Dream and I are coming together and we're working on a project together on the side here for the podcast. And we're going to delve into that UFO stuff and that whole world, diving somewhat into AI, but also going biblical. And I'm me personally, I'm not just taking it back biblically. I'm taking it back prehistory, pre-Adam, right? The stuff that's not necessarily set in canon, but there are backing documents and backing support to these things. Okay. Kenny Corso, good to see you, sir. So we're gonna dive into that, and it's one of those things I've done some research into it already. I don't know how deep Bad Dreams got into it, but I've gone into it already previously on the podcast and previously just for personal knowledge. And there's a lot of things that's like super eye opening. It's like, wait, what? There's a lot of it. And it also ties into all these missing scientists and everything else going on, but also with the way things are happening as we see them. It's going to be a really cool episode. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to release it because we're doing our homework, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, saying our prayers, taking our vitamins, doing everything the Hawkster told us to do so we can do this and do it exact, right? It's going to be one heck of an amazing episode. That will be on Spotify. It will not be here on this space because of how much they like to slap that PP for saying certain things. And there's no pucker powder in the world that can get their cheeks unclenched from the YT algorithmic overlords that like to throw everybody in YT prison. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it over there where I can say whatever I want, however I want, whenever I want, right? I'm going to do that there with Bad Dream. So make sure you're subscribing in there and checking that out. I will let you guys know here when that's going to drop so y'all can tune into it. It's probably going to be in the next few weeks, if I had to guess. But yeah, EDC, you would probably love that podcast, man. I go over everything from survival, preparedness, Minuteman stuff, some stuff from doctrine from military days. I get into some cryptid stuff, a little bit of cryptid stuff. I get into the realm of what's going on, how stupid it is, and pointing out the hypocrisy and everything. Like, y'all know me. I railed on FJB. I railed on the Great Appeaser, the Kenyan dude. I rail on the orange guy. Like, everybody's getting that smoke. Everybody that deserves it is getting that smoke from the podcast. But yes, it's you can't use mayo. The reason you can't use mayo instead of pucker powder, Canna Corso, is because the way it dries. Okay, it tends to develop a crust, and that crust peels back layers. Like onions have layers and ogres have layers, as we've been told by Shrek. This actually helps it glide and keep gliding. So it helps to keep them cheeks freely moving so they're not clenched. The mayo tends to go like this, and then it starts to kind of gum up and cake and crust, and you don't want that. Pucker powder's the way. Pucker powder's the way. Just sprinkle that on there. Yeah, EDC, the podcast, the link is in my channel description. It's over on Spotify for anybody that's on Spotify. Go there, check it out. Got some special guests that jump in there. I actually threw a Whiskey Wednesday, the audio from a Whiskey Wednesday, as an episode in there because I felt that what Andrew and I talked about that episode of Whiskey Wednesday was very worthy of making the podcast because of the podcast I did before it. The episode before that, that Whiskey Wednesday tied in there perfectly. All about the weather wizards. Some of you might have been here whenever we discussed that. So just saying, that's out there. Wait a minute. Sister Krista, good to see you. Thanks for joining in. For those of you that just joined, this is what I was doing yesterday with our good friend Justin Lark. Did my Tin Man, my Dreamscape night with my cross back here. Got that done yesterday. It's healing up. It's fresh. So Still putting the lotion on the skin so I don't get the hose again. Going through all that. So yeah, we got the tattoo. That's a new addition to the canvas here, and all inspired by that little logo y'all see down here in this bottom corner. Yeah, that's my Tin Man. Different version of it, but that's it. So yeah, I hope that here after it heals up, after hers heals up, because Leanne got some too, got work done yesterday too. When it heals up, we'll have good lighting, unlike the crappy lighting in here, and y'all will be able to see them in all the gloriousness that they is. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, a lot of weird, a lot of stupid going on. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the aliens. We're gonna say, well, we're gonna have all this UFO, UAP, alien disclosure. There's reasons why it's happening now. There are reasons why it's happening now, and I'll get into that on the podcast. But um, yeah, there's a reason why it's happening under Trump, and it didn't happen under FJB or Obama or the Bushes or the Clintons or even Reagan. There's a reason why it's happening now. Just saying. Randall's Little Adventures. Good to see you, brother Randall. Always good to see you, my friend. Dude, you got me sold on that like one tigress chair, the cot set up, the table. Like, dude, those are sick. And after I watched your video, you did the review. I started having that stuff pop up on my Amazon as suggestions after I watched your video here on that. I'm like, hey, the algorithms are talking and they're telling me I need to buy this chair like Randall has. I need to buy this table like Randall has. Just saying. Just saying. That's another thing we'll get into is the algorithms, they're all talking. They're all talking. They are. We've 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 moved from general intelligence to super intelligence, believe it or not. And there's actually another step beyond the ASI that I'll get into later on that podcast, but it delves into the spiritual world of things. But the super intelligence is seeing across platforms. It's predictive, all this and all that. It's a grander scale than if you use a search engine on your device, on the Google machine. If you Google something, you're using AI. If you look something up, predictive text, predictive anything on your phone, autocorrect, all those things are AI. But that's like a general, just a bare bones, little basic kind of AI, so to speak. But I'm going to get into that real deep on that episode with Bad Dream. Saving it for there because it's going to be better served on that platform than it will be here on the YouTubes. Sorry for anybody here on the YouTubes. Going to have to go to Spotify to go listen to that. We have yet to decide if we're going to do a video podcast or if we're just going to do audio. We shall see. But I did pick up some new wireless microphones for doing stuff in here. So that way, whenever the missus does come down to join us, whenever we're having fun doing the things, we don't have to trade a microphone back and forth. That way, it's not stupid and hokey. So, gonna have mics, gonna have actual mics. It's gonna be fantastic because I like the mics that I had. These little mics served me well for like 3 years. I've had them all over the place, done all kinds of stuff with them. They have done served me well, but it was time to retire them because the one would not even stay on. But got new mics. So yay! Let me see what's going on here in the world. I was told, let's see. Boop a doop a doo. Well, I was told that my daughter is home and it's her birthday, as I mentioned earlier during the Smoker Live. So I do believe I'm going to cut this a little short. I was hoping to go longer, but I'm going to cut this short so I can go spend some time with the kid. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed the Smoker Live leading into this. And then I hope you guys have enjoyed our time here this afternoon. Got the ink, unveiled that a little bit. You'll see it better later on. You'll get to see hers later on. But I hope you guys are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this for the replay crew. Replay crew, when you get in there, you're not blessed like the live chat because you get to interact directly with me and I get to interact directly with you. But replay crew, you get to watch this from beginning to end and you can replay it and you can do all the stuff. So get in there and comment. That's huge. Get in there and say something. Speak your piece. I don't care what you say. I may not like it, but I'm gonna let you say it. Whatever. You may say, "Hey, you're stupid and dumb and bald and blah blah blah." Okay, I don't care. I am stupid and dumb and bald. Duh, you're not telling me anything I don't already know. But you guys take care of yourselves. Have a great evening. And yeah, until next time, guys, play a little song on the way out, and I will catch you on the flip side. Laters.